Hi, good morning, Molly. Here are the 4 questions that you sent over. Here's the first one. This 3D shape is a trapezium prism. It's a trapezium prism because this front face, the cross section, is in the shape of a trapezium. So that green cross section is the same at the front and the back, and it's a trapezium. To find the volume of any prism, you find the area of the cross section, so in this case we're finding this green area here of the trapezium, and then you multiply that by how deep it is, and this prism is 10 centimeters deep. So to find the volume, we would be doing area of the cross section multiplied by how deep it is, by the length of it. Okay. On your formula sheet, it tells you how to find the area of a trapezium, and it's this one here. The 2 parallel sides added together, divided by 2, multiplied by the perpendicular height between the parallel sides, is the area of your trapezium. And that needs to be multiplied by the length of the prism to find the volume of the prism. So what we've done here is we've set up an equation. We can calculate some things within this equation. So my 2 parallel sides are 7 and 12. Add those together, you get 19. Divide that by 2, and you get 9.5. So this fraction here becomes 9.5. That multiplied by the distance between the parallel sides, multiplied by the length of the prism, gives you the volume. So now you've got an equation that you can work backwards or use the balancing method to find out what h is. So I would be dividing both sides by 10 and then dividing both sides by 9.5, and that will leave you with what h is. So that's the first question. Alright, the next question is also a prism. This prism is a gold block. This is the information that they gave you in the question. And again, to find the volume of this prism, it's going to be the area of this front face, the cross section, multiplied by how deep it is, the length of it. Now we know that the area of a rectangle is just the base times the height, which would be 3. And if I multiply that 3 by how deep the prism is, 8, I get a volume of 24. I think the units were centimeters, so that would be 24 centimeter cubes. So let's fill that in. Alright, we're going to be working with density, mass and volume. I know that because in the question I've got density, mass, and I was able to work out the volume. So I'm going to need my don't move Vera triangle. Don't move Vera. A couple of things I can place in. So 24 is the volume of the block. Volume 24. I've just worked that out. Density. Density of gold, because the block is made out of gold. I'm using the density of gold. That goes in the density part of the triangle. Alright. Now you know that when 2 things are next to each other, just like in algebra, we're going to multiply them. So these multiply up to make 463.68 grams. But our question states that the mass of the statue is 5.73 kilograms. So I've worked out that 1 block is this many grams, and my statue is this many kilograms. So how many blocks do I need until I've managed to accumulate this many kilograms of the gold? Alright, so that's that question. I'll let you finish it off. The next one is the compound interest question that you sent over. Hamish buys a new car for £20,000. Whenever you get a question like this, always work from the starting point, work forward.